I do not own the copyrights to this music. It is for entertainment purposes only. Welcome to Everything Lakers, y'all.
Best in the West for sure, for sure. We won't stop till the Lakers on top. That's what you say, what you say now. Best in the West. We won't stop until the Lakers on top. Yeah, say it with me, y'all. We won't stop until the
Don't
Lakers
stop
on
till the
top.
Lakers on top.
Come on, it's real easy to say. I won't stop until the Lakers on top. Lakers go. All my Laker fans, yeah. I won't stop until the Lakers on top. Lakers go. What's up, Jordan? Come on. Go. Won't stop until the Lakers on top. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. I see you.
Welcome to Everything Lakers, y'all.
Yeah. Championship. Lake Show. They say Shaquille O'Neal at home. And the Lakers still playing.
Shout out to Snoop Dogg. This is his track. I do not own the copyrights to this music. It is for entertainment purposes only. Welcome back,
Yeah, it's a new
Laker
ball game now,
Nation.
fella. I got guns now.
Welcome back, Laker Nation. You are now tuned in into another episode of Everything Lakers with your girl Stephanie Beard, aka your Lakers girl, on the J Key Network. You know, we've been on a long hiatus. We're back and we're bringing that purple and gold energy strong. What's up, Fred? Hey, what's up, Fred? How you doing? And let me tell you guys, we got a packed show today, starting with two huge additions to the Lakers roster. Yes, you guys, we are making some moves. Rob Pelinka is making some great deals. You know, back on July 7th, we first acquired DeAndre Ayton. You know, DeAndre Ayton was we're gonna get into it. So we're gonna talk about our trades, who we acquired. We didn't trade anybody, but we're gonna talk about who we acquired, which is Marcus Smart, DeAndre Ayton, and then we're diving into one of the most controversial titles in recent memory. Yep, I'm talking about the 2020 Bubble Championship and the argument: does it deserve an asterisk? Some people believe that it does. And to close it out, we're standing up for our legend. We're standing 10 toes down for Kobe Bryant, because the media is back at it with the disrespect, and we're not having it. So we're going to get into it, you guys. We're about to get into it with everything Lakers. So let's start with the Lakers front office. You know, they have made the serious moves this offseason, or well, July 7th. We went ahead and we acquired because we need someone in the middle. We got rid of AD. Remember, AD was traded for, that great trade with Luka Doncic. And so we really don't have anybody in the middle. We have Jason Hayes, who is good, but he's young. He's not a veteran. We need some strong defense in the middle. So even though we have this little youngster as well, DeAndre Ayton, DeAndre, he's literally and figuratively, he's 6'1", okay? And he gives up a true interior presence with a smooth mid-range game. Now, he was drafted on July 7th after the Portland Trailblazers bought out his contract, allowing him to sign a 2-year deal. A 2-year deal with us. He's now getting a fresh start here in LA, and with the right motivation, we have Coach Reddick. DeAndre could finally live up to that number one pick, because he was that number one pick potential. So for us, now imagine our starting five. We've got Marcus Smart, we got Austin Reeves, Luka Doncic, we got DeAndre Ayton and Rui Hachimura. I think that looks good for the Lakers going forward. Now, Marcus Smart was just recently acquired yesterday. While everybody was asleep, this came through the news media, and he agreed to a contract buyout with the Washington Wizards. He is expected to sign a 2-year, $11 million deal. Now, a lot of people don't know, but Luka Doncic had a big hand in getting Marcus Smart over here. Marcus Smart, he is the former Defensive Player of the Year in 2022. We need defense to win. So Luka Doncic made that call. and reached out and talked to Marcus and said, "Hey, come on over to the Lakers. I want to win with you. He want to bring championships." And now Marcus is there. We need Marcus because Marcus, I mean, he's not here to be flashy. He is here to clamp down and hold teammates accountability. I love his intensity, his leadership, and his toughness. So I'm glad that he is on the Lakers. You know, this is the kind of guy who brings grit to a roster, which we desperately need. So I'm ready for it. I'm happy about it. You know, Marcus, he's definitely going to be able to bring that real perimeter defense and making those shots. You know, ever since KCP left, we hadn't had that. So we're gonna go ahead and if I wish I had my thing because I would do my applause for Rob Pelinka making those making those acquisitions with DeAndre Ayton and with Marcus Smart. So I'm glad that we have that. All right, we're just gonna move into our topic today, which is the bubble championship, you guys. The bubble championship. A lot of people don't believe this championship is worthy. It doesn't stand on the same legs as an NBA championship where you have the crowd there, where you don't have all these restrictions that we had because of the COVID, because of the pandemic. It was a whole different NBA, and that's what it was. So there's a big debate about this bubble championship. So let's shift gears, okay, to something that's been bugging me and honestly all of Laker Nation for the last few years because this happened in 2020. Now, the 2020 NBA championship in the bubble, people love to throw shade and call it an asterisk ring. Even with the youngster that just played with Caruso. You know, Caruso used to be a Laker, but he plays now on the NBA championship team, Oklahoma Thunder. He helped OKC win this NBA championship for 2025. When he won, he also played in 2020 with LeBron, AD, Dwight Howard. He played with these guys and won that championship. So when he won with OKC, he then said in the media, he said, "Oh, I finally got a real ring." So he just made it even worse for some people. People went in on him. They drug him on the media. They said, "Listen, what? You saying now you got two NBA rings. Don't say now you got a real one." But that's what happened. But he came back and he cleared it up. But nevertheless, people talk about it, they give it shade. It's actually one of the hardest championships in modern history. And there were no fans, nobody in the stands, you guys. There were no fans, no home court advantage, and players were stuck in isolation for months. The mental health was at an all-time low. And we do know that during the pandemic, we all experienced the mental health. I mean, I think we are right now in a mental health crisis. And that's for another show, Honey Hush. We'll talk about that on Honey Hush. But yet LeBron and the Lakers locked in and they stayed focused and they dominated. And that's not an asterisk. That is an exclamation mark. So let's not forget, every team had the same conditions. Giannis from the Milwaukee Bucks, he crumbled. Kawhi from the Flippers, aka the Clippers, they folded. And the Lakers, they handled business. And I got to give it to LeBron because LeBron led the league in assists. AD was on a big mission, and the role players, they stepped up big. And we played, of course, the Miami Heat team that had just beat down on the Eastern Conference. So you can say what you want because there are some naysayers out there saying that the bubble championship was not a real NBA championship, and it was. So, but a championship is a championship, and the bubble ring does count. Period. It counts. And there are a lot of people I was, doing a lot of research on the bubble and how people felt about it. How a lot of the players that wasn't even in that made it, of course, but they talked about how gangster the NBA bubble was because it was like street ball. because they didn't have the fans. They didn't have all these. They had all these restrictions. So it was more like, they said they even, when they were in the bubble, when they would see each other in the hallways or whatever, it was more of a gangster, like a huge competition. It was all about your mental and winning. So, you know, was the bubble title easier or harder? Let's keep it real. It was one of the hardest titles. Hands down, it was, because of the restrictions. No travel, no crowd noise, no distractions. That sounds easier. Nope. Think again. Mental health, as I mentioned in the beginning, mental health was at an all-time high, I think. Isolation from your families, and the sheer psychological toll, which made that run tougher than most. LeBron himself said it was one of the greatest mental challenges of his career. Now, do you think the bubble title deserve an asterisk? And that's what this topic is about. Some say absolutely not. Some say absolutely yes. So we're going to lean on absolutely not. If anything, it deserves an exclamation point, as I mentioned earlier. And every team had the same circumstances, and the Lakers was the one that stayed focused. They stayed focused. They stayed healthy, which was hard to do, and they stayed hungry. And you can't penalize them for handling adversity better than everyone else. Let's not act like Milwaukee, the Flippers, or Boston didn't have the same choice, because they did. Some people ask, hey, would the Lakers have won outside of the bubble? Well, we would never know that. But based on their dominance all season long, it's very likely. They were the number one seed in the West. They handled every matchup, and they had top tier chemistry. LeBron was leading the league in assists, and AD was playing like the top three player. Even outside of the bubble, no one had real answers for that duel. They were tough. They were playing hard together. The chemistry was there. That's why we thought maybe once we came out of 2020, we can keep that going. And then we had our role players. The role players, they actively thrived in the bubble. No crowd pressure, no travel, just basketball. That's all it was. We had KCP. He stepped up big time. I mentioned Alex Caruso, who is now on OKC, made game-saving plays. Rajon Rondo. And, and we had playoff Rondo at that time. Rondo is a great player. And it turned back the clock, and it became a crucial piece for the Lakers. It was team effort all the way around, and the bubble gave our bench the chance to shine. Now, what would you say to the fans, because there's some out there that dismiss the bubble ring? If your team didn't win, that's on them. But don't try to downplay the ring just because the Lakers did come in and they handled business. That's what it is. And real champions rise no matter the circumstances. And that's exactly what the Lakers did. A ring is a ring, and this one came with unmatched mental warfare. So don't get it twisted, y'all. The ring does count. If you feel like it doesn't, then the number. I got the number right there. You can see it scrolling, I believe. And let me go to my banners and see if it's working. Banners, boom. I'm just learning this StreamYard, y'all. I love it though. I'm loving it. Now we got a phone number. We're gonna get some once people get. I'll have some people call in. There we go. There's my ticker. So some people could call in. There is a number there, 747-774-2045. If you have any comments or if you want to chime in. Uh-oh. And you can also request a link, and I can cam you up with me if necessary. Okay? If you want to come online with me. I'm trying to get back because we've been on a long hiatus here on Everything Lakers. Long time. So we're just trying to get it back and get our fans, get our Laker family back in here, and let's get talking about it. Now, my third segment of the day, because this is pretty much a 30-minute show, depending on the circumstances. If someone calls in, or it goes longer, it goes longer than necessary. But this is what pissed me off the most, you guys. Bleachers Report. Bleacher Report, if you don't know who they are, they're a media resource for sports. I've been following them for years, but I just unfollowed them. I don't like them anymore, because the disrespect that you showing my GOAT, in my opinion, my GOAT is Kobe Bryant. Okay? Kobe Bryant is my GOAT. Like, I'm thinking the weather was going to be warm today, which it is. It's going to get warm out here in LA. But as you can see, that's my GOAT right there. Kobe Bean Bryant. And of course, he learned everything from everyone's GOAT, which is Michael Jordan. And hey, Michael Jordan is that guy. But for me, Kobe Bryant is my GOAT. Now, the disrespect is getting out of hand. It is. It's getting out of hand. There's no way in how the media keep disrespecting Kobe Bryant. And this time, Bleacher Report ranking him outside the top 10 all time at number 11? You crazy. Kobe Bryant is in the top 5. And in my book, he's number 2 only because of Michael Jordan. But for the Laker organization, for me, Kobe Bryant is the number 1. He's the number 1 Laker for me. And then Shaq is a close second for me, in my opinion. Now, I'm sorry. How you gonna forget Kobe got 5 championships, 2 Finals MVPs, 18 All-Star selections, 12 All-Defensive teams, and a scoring resume that's basically a textbook. He ranked behind players with fewer rings, no defense, and shorter careers. The disrespect is wow and diabolical. Stop it. Kobe wasn't just a scorer, he was a two-way killer who studied tape religiously, practiced harder than anyone, and gave us iconic moments for 2 decades. The problem is, Kobe didn't care about being liked. He didn't care. He didn't kiss up to the media. He was unapologetically great. So now we got to be the ones to remind these lists and these so called experts who the Mamba really was. To me, to Laker Nation, and to basketball purists everywhere, Kobe is top 5 all time. End the story. Period. Period. And some people might say, why is Kobe overlooked in mainstream media rankings? Because mainstream media often leans on advanced analytics and efficiency stats, areas where Kobe wasn't elite on paper, like field goal percentage or usage. They downplay intangibles like killer instincts, leadership under pressure, and two-way dominance. Kobe was also polarizing. He wasn't media friendly early in his career, and that tension never fully went away. Now, many analysts simply didn't like him and still carry that bias. So I say to them, F you, for real. The next thing people question and say, would Kobe be ranked higher if he passed more or was nicer with the press? Maybe, yes. I mean, I could say that, yes. If Kobe had catered to the media like LeBron or Steph Curry, he'd get more love. He was laser focused on winning and greatness, not handshakes and smiles. You had to earn his respect. Period. If you weren't a hard worker, if you was not focused, Kobe was not entertaining you as a friend or anyone. That was his Mamba mentality. So he did what Jordan did. He demanded excellence and he didn't apologize for it. But unlike Jordan, Kobe didn't retire before social media took over. The internet era magnified his every missed shot and made him a lightning rod. I tell you, Bleacher Report, and I used to be, I was religiously read Bleacher's Report. Now, no. Now, no. Now, should fans and former players speak up more? And I don't know if you are on the internet. I see a lot of Kobe stories. A lot of people are giving him his props and talking about the experiences they had with Kobe. And Kobe was a beast. No one like him. No one. We will. I know. I probably will not, in my lifetime, see anyone that can be on his level at all. You know, we ride for Kobe. Laker Nation, they love Kobe. We ride for him, but not enough former players outside of LA. There's some haters out there like Dwayne Wade try to be salty on Kobe. I'm like, dude, are you crazy? You only got one championship or two. I think he got two rings. You ain't even on Kobe's level. Dwayne Wade, you know, the league benefit from Kobe for 2 decades. Allen Iverson loves Kobe. KG, they all speak on his impact. I mean, even Dwayne Wade, he had definitely some good things to say, but there was one experience he did some, and he talked about him. I can't remember exactly what he was saying, but he was trying to point out that Kobe didn't have a great game during a very important game, and then the people came back and then debunked everything that Dwayne Wade was saying. But nevertheless, the fact is that the fans have to petition to name the All-Star MVP after him, not the league, not the league. You got to show how quiet the establishment was. Kobe was a peerless competitor and deserves louder advocacy from the basketball community. He gonna always get it here. We gonna always ride for Kobe Bryant here, and everybody I know in my family love Kobe Bryant. And I know a lot of other people that love Kobe Bryant, but we got to talk about it more. People got to go out there and go against these naysayers out here. He is top five. He is top five. He is not ranked at 11. You're crazy. You can't compare Kobe's all-time resume to players that ranked above him. Let me see. Who did they? Let me get this ranking because I know, Shaq. I know Steph Curry was on it. Let me find out. Let me see which ones that they ranked. I thought I had it in my notes here. Who they had ranked over Kobe Bryant. I'm gonna tell you right now. Right now. I hope you guys don't hear that. People out here mowing lawns. Now today we're overcast here in LA. The sun is going to be coming out shortly. We've been having some July gloom, not June gloom, but July gloom going on. But thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you guys being here. We'll be here every Sunday at 11 a.m., except for on August 3rd. I'll be traveling, so we won't have a show on August 3rd. Not only that, this is why I'm looking for the people who were ranked before Kobe. Um, I want to tell you about that. That I will be doing actually revamping all of my podcast shows, and I have 3 of them. I have this one, Everything Lakers, which is the one I started first back in 2018. I want to say 2018 is when Everything Lakers actually started. So I also will be bringing back Queens in the Morning. Queens in the Morning, you guys. You guys are already familiar, or most people who watch the JK Network are definitely familiar with Kings in the Morning. But we're coming back with Queens in the Morning. We're gonna have some new faces, as well as whoever from our previous cast can come through as well. Um, But we're going to bring that back. And of course, we got to bring Honey Hush. Honey Hush is coming back. Honey Hush is coming back. So I'm excited about all my shows coming back. And let's get this list up, you guys. Now, of course, Michael Jordan is number one, which he deserves. Bleachers Report, they had to get that right, of course. But guess who they got number two? Guess who they got number two for the next player? LeBron James. LeBron James. Yep. LeBron James is number two. Um, I thought I asked for this list. Hold on, you guys. Give me the list. I'm asking my assistant to give me the list. So the list is, of course, Michael Jordan, number one. Number two, LeBron James. Number three, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Number four, Magic Johnson. Now, mind you, look, as if you listen to this list, you got Michael Jordan, Chicago Bulls, LeBron James, Laker right now, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Laker as number three, Magic Johnson, number four, Laker. However, Kobe should be inserted at number two, in my opinion. Number five, Bill Russell. Number six, Will Chamberlain. Number seven, Tim Duncan. Number eight, Larry Bird. Number nine, Shaquille O'Neal. Number 10, Steph Curry. And number 11, my boy, my GOAT, Kobe Bryant. Number 12, Hakeem Olajuwon. Number 13, Kevin Durant. Number 14, Oscar Robertson. And number 15, Dirk Nowitzki. Nowitzki. You guys know Dirk from Dallas. So, no, I do not agree with that. Let me go back here, you guys. Hey, you guys. I'm just now seeing these people in the comments, okay? All right, I'm just now learning, y'all. So let me get into showing how I do StreamYard, because I want to do StreamYard now. Hey, Soulful Style. Who's Soulful Style? Wait, number 11. Yeah, that's totally wrong. You're right, Soulful Style. That is definitely incorrect. So this is the list, as I said. Michael Jordan, LeBron James, number two. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, number three. I think Kobe needs to be at number two. LeBron James could fall down to number 11. Change that. Okay. Oh, it's Mo. Hey, Mo, how you doing, girlie? Thank you for coming through. Yes. So, no, you guys, you cannot put those players before Kobe Bryant. You just can't. And so let me hear what your top 10 or top five would be. And all right, so let's get back in it, because we're going to be closing up in 2 minutes on my show, because I try to keep a tight ship here. So Kobe being disrespected no longer is going to happen. To everyone and anyone out there that believe that Kobe is number 11, don't even come to this show. And don't even support the show. Don't even say you're a Laker fan, because it couldn't be true. And so don't come saying Kobe is ranked number 11 based off of Bleacher Reports or any other these other naysayers or these lists, because it's just not what it's going to be. Kobe is definitely deserves that number two spot, whether you want to believe it or not. Okay? It's just what it is. And when you compare him to Steph Curry, 4 rings versus Kobe's 5, 1 finals MVP versus Kobe's 2, no all defense versus Kobe's 12. Kobe beats him in scoring, defense, and overall longevity. Verdict, Kobe over Steph. Larry Bird has 3 rings. Kobe has 5. He's a great passer and shooter, but short career. Kobe played 20 seasons. Bird only 13. Kobe wins that. Tim Duncan, he has 5 rings. Yes. Duncan is a better team defender. Kobe is a better scorer, closer and draw. Toss up, some people say, but Kobe had more cultural impact. You go to Japan, you go all over the world. Everybody knew who Kobe was. So I'm going to go with Kobe winning that. Shaq. Shaq had dominance but needed Kobe in 2001 and 2002. Kobe won two more without him. Kobe at number 11? Come on, y'all. Stop it. Kobe wasn't just a top 10 player. He's top 5 all time. If you count what matters most. Rings, two-way player, killer instinct, and legacy. The disrespect is tired. The stats don't lie. But the Mamba story isn't in the numbers, it's in the impact. And Kobe is always going to be that, you guys. So do not do that. All right, Laker fam, that's a wrap for today's show. But next week I'll be here on Everything Lakers. We're diving deep into the Luka Doncic acquisition. We do know that he is now going to sign. If he reached out to Marcus Smart, we know that he now is going to opt into the contract that the Lakers are going to offer him. So that'll be amazing. I don't know if you know, if you have seen Luka, he looks great. He has lost the weight. He looks like a great basket. He looks like he is going to do amazing, but he has no defense, and that's why the Lakers have to pile up on defensive players. Now, we'll talk about Luka, and so mark your calendars for next Sunday, July 27th. You don't want to miss it, y'all. You don't want to miss it. We building this back up. Laker fam. We want you guys to come through. We got a phone number for you to call in, and we also have a link where you could cam up. We're gonna get up out of here, you guys. You guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Enjoy your week, and we out of here. See you next week. Wait, what happened? Oh, no, I'm doing something wrong, y'all. Okay, hold on. Let me get my stuff together, y'all. I'm still working this. I got to get my Lakers outro. There we go. What's up, y'all? We out of here. Thank you guys for tuning in. I do not own the copyrights to this music, but I love it. Thank you, Snoop Dogg. It is for entertainment purpose only. Peace out, y'all. Let's go, Lakers. Thank you, Dom. You got to come on through. Domingo, you got to come on the show. Thank you for listening. Thank you for coming through. Yes, he definitely should be high on the list, without a doubt. Bleacher Report, they don't know what they're talking about. Do not disrespect Kobe Bryant like that. Do not. This track is by Snoop Dogg as well. West Coast. Everything Lakers. Go Lakers. That purple and gold. Pride. Strong. Peace out, y'all.